Peace, family. So it is a windy Saturday. Today's April 1st, and we're about to plant a few seeds. As y'all probably remember, or if you remember, I haven't had good luck with cabbage, but I'm determined to get cabbage, and I'm gonna try again this year. So I'm gonna go ahead and plant a few cabbage seeds. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do that, and I'll keep y'all posted on the progression. But let's go get planted. I got a problem. I got a strange addiction. Somebody help me. I need an intervention. It ain't alcohol or weed. There's just one thing that I need. I got an addiction to fruit trees. Got an addiction to fruit trees. I take a persimmon to breathe. Hey, the next one I'm getting jujube. Got an addiction to fruit trees. Alright, so we're back. A lot of y'all who know me know that I don't really care too much for transplanting, like starting seeds inside and then transplanting outside. Not that it's not a good method, I think it's a great method. If you want to give your plants a head start, I think you should definitely do it. It's just for me, like I just don't have time to like harden them off. You know, if you do it, you have to do it right. You gotta harden them off properly. And I just don't have time to do that. And so I end up losing a lot more than, what I'd like. So I did this method last year with some of my seedlings. Basically, the cut method. Ignore the writing on the outside. That was for a fig tree that I rooted. But basically, you take the cup, you put holes in the bottom of the cup, drainage holes, fill it with soil, put it inside of your raised bed or your planting area, and then just kind of transplant it into that hole once it gets to a certain size. The reason I do that is because it helps me to keep track of where it is and what it is. And then also, I can kind of pull it out and replace it if I need to. It's just a lot of benefits for me. The soil mix that I have in here, it's a mix of native soil and then black cow. And then in my beds, I amended my beds this fall with biochar. I used, you can see some newspaper there, because I used the bedding of guinea pig. A friend of mine has guinea pigs and she's been providing me with bedding. So I've been using the newspaper. This is the bedding itself. This is biodegradable, as well as the dingleberries and the PP. It all goes in here. And then I have coffee grounds in here also. So my beds should be nutrient and nitrogen dense. I also put ash from our fire pit in here. So it should be nutrient dense, should be nitrogen dense. And with that biochar, that provides an ongoing supply of nutrients. So we should be good. So basically what I do, I'm gonna open up a little area here. This also has my forestry material that I got and put in the beds as well. Now next to it is, these are little baby carrots. Oh, look at that, look at the worms, look at them. And this is what's been happening. I'll pull out I'll open up the soil or pull out a weed, and these things just come hopping. So you part it, just sit the cup in, cover it up, not cover, but cover around it. And that's it, this is where I'll be planting. So when I first came out here, it was hot. I wasn't expecting it to be hot. So now we got a nice overcast. It's starting to drizzle. It rained earlier this morning. So I'm gonna see what the rain does to see if I actually water these. I may or may not, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the pots in, and then we'll put the seeds in, and I'll show you the seeds in a minute. This is the cabbage that I'll be using. Golden Acre from Back to the Roots. Now don't confuse it with Back to Our Roots, not the same people. And shout out to them. But this, this company, Back to the Roots, I'm kind of digging them and their products and things like that. So, but this is what I'll be using. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the cups in, then we'll put the seeds in, and then we'll come back. Look at these. Look at these bad boys. Got active. This is what you want to see. You want to see, he just jumped under. But you want to see worms active in your garden beds. That's what you want to see. I'm gonna do a video next time I get a supply of that guinea pig poop. I'm gonna do a video on that because I've also been using that when I sheep mulch as well. But we'll take a look at that when that time comes. All right, we back again. So basically, I put 2 seeds in per cup, covered it up with this forestry material. It's basically broken down leaves and things like that. The seeds are so small and it's kind of windy, as you can see, so I didn't want to mess around with the seeds while I'm trying to operate the camera. But that's basically what we did. And so we'll watch it, we'll water it. You know, like I said, if it rains pretty good, then I won't water. If not, thanks, lady. That's a lady. It's a lady on a motorcycle, and she sees me recording, and she's doing that on purpose. You know, good morning, good afternoon to you too, man. Yeah, that. I think she's done, hopefully. But anyway, I'll see how the rain does, and you know, depending on how much it rains, will kind of determine whether or not I come back out here and water. I'm gonna go plant some more in another area, and I'm gonna walk you with me over there. I'm gonna go past this area, up and around, and we're gonna go over here to this area where I sheep mulch. And again, this is another area where this is specifically prepared. This has been specifically prepared for a particular fig tree. It's the LSU Hollier. The reason why I'm putting this here is because, from what I understand, the Hollier actually does pretty good in areas that get some shade. And this is one of the 2 areas that I have designated, because I have 2 of them growing inside. But this is one of the 2 areas that I have designated for it, where it's going to get not a lot of shade, but more shade than some of the other areas. So I've got this here. This was prepared like months ago. I want to say even before the fall hit, I had already started this. So this should be good. And again, we've got cardboard underneath. Well, actually, underneath the cardboard, we loosened up the ground. We put some food scraps down. We put cardboard down. We put the guinea pig stuff. We put the coffee grounds. I want to say we may have put more food scraps over top. We put some soil, some native soil as well. And then we deep mulched it with wood chips and forestry materials. So underneath these wood chips, there's a lot of forestry materials. And when I say that, for those of you who are new or may not know what I'm talking about, we go to the landfill, and depending on the season, you know, they have wood chips or they have what I refer to as forestry materials. That forestry materials consist of like the leaves that people get out of their yards. They'll take them and they'll dump them at the dump. They'll have logs and twigs and, you know, fresh leaves and all types of stuff. And they grind that up, and you get a material that it's pretty much like soil that you get out the bags. Like if you look at your soil bags, it'll say forestry product or forestry material. That's pretty much what it is. So we put that underneath, and then I actually ran into a company that was chipping up a tree, and I asked them for the wood chips, and they gave that to me. So over top is like actual just straight wood chips. Wood chips are good, as well as like your forestry product. It's good for trees and shrubs because it produces a fungal rich area, which is what your trees look for. That's what they need. So in here, I'm going to put one of the cabbage. Well, I'm gonna plant 2 cabbage seeds in here. I'm just gonna scratch away at it. I'm not gonna do a whole lot. What I will do though is I'm gonna take, look at the worm. Yeah, they're in there. Look at it. See, that's a good sign. And if you look here, I don't know if you can see this, but that's the fungus that's breaking this stuff down. And you know, worms eat that, worms eat the bacteria. So that's a good sign when you see worms. But what I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna bring you along for that process because this video is long enough, you all get the point. I'm gonna get some of that soil that I prepared, pour it in this hole, put the seed in, and then I'll cover it, you know, not with wood chips, but you know, probably with just some dead grass or something like that. And keep an eye on that as well. But anyway, that's it. I'll keep you posted on how the cabbage does, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. Yeah, just an update. I actually decided to do 2 spots. So here's one spot where we planted some cabbage seed, another spot, and the tree will be right here. So, you know, just kind of depending on the timing, you know, the tree will be there with it as well. So I think that'll be interesting. If everything goes the way that I'd love it to, it'll be interesting to see how that progresses. Oh, another ally. You in there breaking down the wood chips. Man, we had all types of guest features today. I'm glad at first I wasn't gonna but get back on here. Because I always do that. I always say peace and then I come back. Hey, another thing. But yeah, I'm glad to see you, buddy. You can't have my seeds though. All right, peace. All right, my bad, y'all. Just for my record purposes so that I can kind of keep track, I did put another area in with cabbage. I'm just trying to give myself as many chances as possible. This is Camera Lady's plum spot in front of the cabbage. Well, the cabbage is sitting in front of a mulberry. So that's where the cabbage is. There'll be a fig there. The plum tree is there. And we'll put a bunch of other stuff here as well. But anyway, cabbage right here. All right, peace. For real.